your WZDX Pinpoint Weather with Chief Meteorologist Jordan Dressman.
A beautiful Tuesday afternoon across North Alabama, southern Middle Tennessee. Plenty of sunshine. We finished the day in the mid and upper 50s. Not bad this evening. If you do have to step outside, maybe you've got to take the dog out one more time before you head to bed. Grab a jacket, but really that's about it. Temperatures sitting in the 30s, some cases still sitting in the 40s. 40 degrees right now, Huntsville International, 36, both Athens and Decatur. Coleman still sitting at 37. So are Russellville and Moulton Fayetteville up in southern Middle Tennessee. Good evening. You currently find yourselves sitting at 36 degrees. Many of us bottoming out in the mid and upper 30s, right around 37 or 38 degrees. I also think a few high clouds are liable to develop across the Tennessee Valley. We're going to warm up once again tomorrow afternoon. We are going to notice an increase in cloud cover through the course of the afternoon. We'll touch on that in a second because it's also going to lead to that opportunity for some evening rain. Other than that, temperatures climbing again into the mid and upper 50s. Some of us making a pretty solid run at 60 degrees. Here's FUTURECAST looking regionally at about 8 o'clock in the morning. Plenty of sunshine across the Tennessee Valley, and I think you're going to notice that if you are heading out the door for work tomorrow morning. The cloud cover, however, will be sitting back off to our west across Mississippi, Arkansas, and Louisiana. That cloud cover is associated with a cold front. Really doesn't look like much tomorrow morning because there's not a whole lot of rain associated with this cold front at this point, but that's going to change through Wednesday morning into Wednesday afternoon. Speaking of Wednesday afternoon, by the lunch hour, now we're talking about a mostly cloudy or overcast sky across northwest Alabama. Lauderdale, Colbert, and Franklin County, maybe portions of southern Middle Tennessee. Elsewhere across the Tennessee Valley, namely northeast Alabama, Jackson, DeKalb, and Marshall counties, we're still talking about a mostly sunny sky, but that in of itself is going to change by 5, 6 o'clock in the evening. Now we're all mostly cloudy or overcast, and FUTURECAST is trying to bring this opportunity for some light scattered showers. This activity, of course, does become more widespread through the overnight. Now we're very, very early Christmas Eve morning, midnight to be exact. We're talking about widespread, very heavy rain. Some embedded thunderstorms are going to be possible, especially across northwest Alabama, Lauderdale, Colbert, and Franklin counties, Lawrence County, Limestone County, Giles and Lincoln counties up across southern Middle Tennessee. The good news here is if you do have plans to travel on Christmas Eve, most of this is going to occur during the overnight, early morning on Christmas Eve. Now look what FUTURECAST does by the time we get to 5, 6 o'clock. It's trying to take some of that rain and transition it over to a little bit of frozen precipitation, maybe a little bit of sleet, some freezing rain, and a little bit of snow mixed in, stretched across northwest Alabama and then up across southern Middle Tennessee. I think it's possible, but I also think there's a very narrow window and it's incredibly dependent on there being any moisture behind the cold front to transition into a little bit of frozen precipitation. But the chance is certainly there. By the time we get to the lunch hour on Christmas Eve, we are dry, and it does look like we stay dry through the duration of the afternoon into the evening. Fantastic news if you do head out to Christmas Eve services. I also think it could be just a touch on the windy end of the spectrum, so maybe before you go to bed tomorrow night, deflate any of your Christmas inflatables just to keep them from flying away. Sustained winds 15 to 20, 25 miles per hour are going to be possible until that cold front moves through the Tennessee Valley. On the backside of that cold front, wind speeds are actually going to drop off rather quickly. Many of us looking at least 1 or even 1.5 inches of rain. We're also looking at quite the cool down, 44 on Christmas Eve. I've got just 34 degrees on Christmas Day, and that's after we start in the lower 20s, right around 22. We do gradually warm up as we head into the weekend, Connor.
I was going to say, it gets cold pretty quickly, but then kind of gets right back to those 50s again.
Yeah, we kind of rebound really quickly as we head into the weekend just beyond Christmas.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. Thank you, Jordan.